Hi and welcome to this upper body session. Today we are going to work on our upper chest area, front shoulders, our bicep muscles and the backs of our arms, our triceps. So you're going to need medium to light weights, nothing too heavy for these slightly smaller muscle groups. Our upper chest can take a little bit more, so let's see how we do on the chest flies. But again, as it's an isolation move, we don't want anything too heavy. To start with, we're going to get those muscle groups warmed up. I'm going to stay here on the floor on my knees. It's easier, but you can stand by all means. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take the two arms out nice and wide, stick the chest out, and then wrap the two arms around the body. So stretching out the chest as we bring the arms back and squeezing the shoulder blades together. Reach out nice and wide. We're going to go for another 6 and 5, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And from here, take those arms into big arm circles. We're warming up the shoulder muscles here, the rotator cuff muscles, also warming up the joints, really, really important. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and last but not least, let's take those two arms out in front, elbows in line with shoulder. We're just going to keep those hips facing forward. We're just warming up again into our back. We're primarily working our biceps and triceps and shoulders and chest today, but we still want to make sure that we have the full body warmed up as much as possible. Just another 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and then just roll those shoulders up to your ears for just 4, 3, 2 and 1. Okay, so I am going to be on the floor for most of this workout. We're going to start with the chest flies, and I'll talk you through it as we go. Nothing too heavy, like I said. I am going to progress with some weight as we move on to rounds 2 and 3. So we have 3 exercise moves, 10 to 12 reps, 3 rounds. So I'm taking 2 medium light weights, and I'm coming to the floor. You're going to bend your knees, draw your lower back into the floor. Your 2 hands are up over your chest. Palms are facing soft elbows. You're reaching those arms out really wide, stretching out the chest and back up over. As you reach out wide, backs of the arms barely touch the floor. If you're doing this from a bench, of course, you've got a bit of more range of motion, and we're reaching out for 4. We're going to go for 10 here, guys. And 5. Control those weights as they come out nice and wide. Control as they come up over your chest for 6 and 7. Mind muscle connection. The upper chest muscles working really hard here. 8. Reach out wide. Squeeze back over for 9. Last one. And reach up over and squeeze those chest muscles together. So working our upper chest here, pectoral muscles, and also the front of our shoulders. Our next exercise move is our tricep overhead dips. We're going to take those 2 same dumbbells. You can drop to 1 weight here if you need to. Bringing the arms up over chest and then bring them back ever so slightly. And from this position, you're going to hinge from the elbow, bring the 2 weights down behind your head or by the side of your head. Keeping the upper arm really still, that's 2. And push up for 3, keeping the upper arm really still. And 4, lovely. And 5. Hinging from the elbow, reaching behind for 6. And 7, well done. And 8, let's go for 12 here, see if we can squeeze 12. And 9, reaching behind, push up over for 10. Last 2, the arms are starting to shake already. Last 1, well done. And push up over. Excellent stuff. Okay, I'm going to come to my knees for the 3rd exercise move. You can stand if you wish again, but easier for me to stay in this position. Okay, here we go. So we're going to a hammer bicep curl to lateral raises. So we're working the bicep and outer shoulder muscles. Tuck your tailbone, make sure you're really solid. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Bring those weights up to your shoulder, back down and out nice and wide for those lateral raises. Up to shoulder here, keeping the torso really solid and reach out nice and wide. So squeeze the biceps on the up, and as you reach out wide, don't bring them past your shoulder height for 4. And squeeze the biceps here and reach out wide for 5. Lovely stuff. Let's do 10 here. Inhale, exhale, reach out for 6. And squeeze the biceps and reach out nice and long for 7, keeping yourself nice and still. Squeezing the biceps, reach out wide for 8. Well done. Last 2. Squeeze, reach out wide for 9, biceps working super hard, and the shoulders, and 10, and rest for a minute. Give yourselves 45, 60-second rest here. So as you can see, our first exercise move, our chest flies isolation move. So your biceps are involved too, as they help Bring those arms back up over your chest, secondary muscle group, but primarily working the upper chest and front shoulders. Our second exercise with the tricep overhead, working the backs of our arms. Also our core really engaged here too, as you've got those arms lifted up and behind. And for our last exercise, our biceps and shoulders together. Okay, so take a little breather, another 20, 30 seconds. We're gonna go again. Well done. We're building up some great upper body strength. Okay, I'm gonna come to the floor. I'm increasing the weight slightly. So if you have an option for a slight progression, do so and see how you feel. But again, with these smaller muscle group and isolation moves, it's a little bit tougher to go any bit heavier. So even if it's by 1 kg, it makes a huge difference. So coming back to the floor here again, bend, my knees bent, feet planted into the floor, lower back drawn into the mat. Weights up over chest, soft elbows. We're reaching out again. Remember, control the weights as they come out wide and control as they come up over the chest. Don't bash those weights off each other as they come up over your chest. And again, for 2, mind muscle connection, upper chest muscles working to reach those arms back up over for 3. Nice, slow and controlled for 4. Well done. Inhale, exhale, reach up over for 5. And 6, well done. Reach out nice and wide for 7. Lovely stuff. Feel that now across the chest. And 8. Lovely. Last 2. Reach out nice and wide. Stretch out the chest. Squeeze back together for 9. Last 1. And 10. And rest. Okay, now I'm dropping back down for my tricep dips because it's, again, the backs of our arms don't get a huge amount of work. So it's tough to increase here on these. But again, we're working super hard. So back to the floor, knees bent, arms up over chest, then bringing them back ever so slightly so we can get a good range of motion, hinging from the elbow, back up over for 1. And 2, keeping the upper arms really still, really control those weights. 3. And 4, backs of the arms really working hard. And 5. And 6, well done. Really control them, reach behind. 7. And 8, 4 more guys, come on. 4. And 3, last 2. Inhale, exhale, push, last 1. Backs of my arms are starting to be on fire now. Woo, well done. Okay. And now I'm gonna increase back to my slightly heavier weight for my bicep hammer curl into my lateral raises. The shoulder muscles will really feel this now. We're doing 10 of each. Okay, so here we go. Onto our knees, tuck your tailbone, roll the shoulder blades back, and we're gonna bring those weights up to our shoulder. Inhale, exhale, reach out wide for 1. Squeeze the biceps, just hinging from the elbow, reach out wide. Don't go too high with those, that's 2. Squeezing the biceps here, reach out wide for 3. Squeeze, this is tough now guys, well done. 4, well done. Squeeze the biceps here, reach out wide for 5, well done. 5 more, and we have a little rest. Reach out for 6. Whew, the arms are starting to get tired. Big reach out for 7, well done. Last 3, squeeze the biceps, reach out nice and wide. Last 2, woo, squeeze and reach. Well done, those shoulders are starting to burn as well as the biceps. Last 1, and rest. Whoo, not for the faint-hearted, that one I tell you. Okay, well done guys. Take a little rest again, 45, 60 seconds, and we'll go again. So well done, you really feel that with the lateral raises. So again, you might experiment, take up your lighter ones or take up the heavy ones and drop halfway through if you want to. Remember, this is on demand, so you can do it at any time. Also remember, if you want to, you can add in a 4th round. So extend the workout ever so slightly and add in 4 rounds of 10 to 12 reps for each exercise. Take a little sip, another 20 seconds or so. And we're gonna go again for the last round. This is it, we're on the home stretch now, guys. Okay, so back to the floor for those chest flies. Bringing ourselves to the floor, bending the knees, draw the lower back down into the mat, weights up over chest, soft elbows. We're gonna draw the lower back into the mat, reach out nice and wide, barely touching the back of the floor with the backs of those arms. Control the weight as it comes up over chest. 3. Reach, push the chest up, squeeze back together for 4. Well done. And 5. Lovely stuff. 5 more. Reach out nice and wide. Squeeze back together. 6. And 7. Well done. You'll really feel this in your front shoulders too. 8. But again, connect with your chest. 9. One last one. Reach out nice and wide. Squeeze back together. And well done. Rest. Again, I'm changing up those weights for those tricep dips. The arms are feeling it. Again, secondary muscle groups working all the time as well during these exercises. So when we're working the triceps, our biceps are secondary, and so on. The biceps, the triceps are secondary. So up over chest, arms back slightly, then hinging from the elbow and push up over for 1. And 2, nice and controlled, keeping the upper arm nice and still. 3, just hinging from the elbow, reaching behind. 4, stretch out and lengthen and contract those tricep muscles. 3 tricep heads. And 5, well done. And 6, here we go, 6 more. Inhale, exhale, push up for 1. And 2, 4 more. And 3, well done. And 4. And 2 more. 5, last one. Last one. And 6, well done guys. 12 tricep dips behind, not again for the faint-hearted. Here we go, we're going to take a couple of seconds. We're back to our last exercise move, which is our bicep hammer to lateral raises. Okay, so I'm going to take it up again. It's going to be a little bit tougher. So be mindful. I'm staying here on my knees again. Make sure you tuck the tailbone. Make sure the torso is nice and solid. Shoulders are dropped away from the ears. And we're going to take that weight up to shoulder and then reach out nice and wide. Reach. And again, stabilize yourself. So making sure that you reach out nice and wide. So the core is working here for us too. Squeeze those biceps and reach out nice and wide for 3. Well done guys, we're nearly there. Squeeze the biceps, reach for 4. And 5, lovely. Keep yourself nice and still. Squeeze the bicep for 6 and reach, lovely stuff. And 7, here we go, last few reps. Reach, it's getting tough now. 8 and reach. I'm trying really hard to keep myself super still. Last 2 and reach, lovely stuff. Squeeze those biceps and reach out wide. Woo! And we're done. Well done guys. Remember that if you want to extend this ever so slightly, do 4 rounds of each, 10 to 12 reps of every exercise. Well done.